Hello again, Carter at the Chamber. I'm again with our Ag Committee Chairperson, Brian Ducart of Dakota Bank, who's about to introduce us to another guest who will be joining us at the February 16th Ag Livestock Forum. And Brian, I see that our guest has a bookshelf and some kids' books there in the background. That's what I see. Who do we have with us today?
Yes, good morning, Carter, and thank you. Today we have Doug Bichler from Bichler Simmentals joining us. First of all, thank you, Doug, for joining us and being part of our Ag Livestock Forum. But first, just please briefly tell us about yourself and your family.
Well, thanks, guys, for the opportunity. I sure appreciate you having me this morning. And yes, you will see a lot of kids' books in the back. There's probably some toys scattered around, and it looks a lot more organized on this small screen than what it actually is in the big picture here. So I'm actually a father of three. My wife Maria and I have three children. Their ages are 5, 3, and 1. So we're pretty busy. We also operate Bichler Simmentals and Bichler Dorpers. So we sell registered cattle and also registered sheep. So we're pretty busy at any given time here. Our farm has been in my family since 1920. So we were a century farm just a couple years ago here. I'm the third generation on my family farm. And it's just a way of life that I feel really privileged to continue. And it's just a great way to be raising my family out here on my family ranch.
You bet. Your days are full. That's a good feeling. Brian and I can relate to the young families. Now, you talk about operating Bichler Simmentals. You do it left-handed, and you've got a personal story to share there that you'll share a little now and more on February 16th. Talk about that, if you would, please. Life left-handed.
Yeah, so my life was kind of left-handed. My whole life, I've always been left-handed. But it's coming up on 6 years ago now, I actually lost my right arm in a baler accident. And so now life left-handed has kind of a new meaning because that's my only hand now. So I'm pretty much the only one here that does the day-to-day ranch work. I also still actually put hay up with the same baler that I lost my arm in. And so that's kind of, what I do during the summer. And so I'm always busy around here, and it's been quite an adjustment, as you can imagine, but we're doing well. And every day there's challenges, but it's been great. I've been able to kind of overcome adversity and continue doing what I love to do.
Well, thank you, Doug, for that. And just in your own opinion, who should attend this event and who might gain value from your presentation?
So I have a few different things that I'd like to visit about in my presentation. First of all, my story is unique, but yet just talking to different people since my accident, it's amazing how many farm accidents actually happened that no one really knows about. It's also kind of amazing how many near misses there's been. Everybody seems to have a story about a farm accident. And so it's been interesting to just hear everyone's different stories and get different perspectives. There's also a mental health component that goes into this. So, obviously there are days that are super hard for me, and just keeping my mental health on track is a big, I guess, a hot topic for me. And obviously it's something that we're all dealing with in agriculture. I always tell people that you can see what my obstacle is. You can see it, it's a physical one, but you can't see everyone's obstacles that they're dealing with. A lot of the times those are internal things that we're struggling with. And so I think a lot of people could just benefit from hearing my story and maybe in some way can relate to what I'm going through, and hopefully just make people realize that it's okay to not be okay, but we're kind of all in this together. There's a strong community within the ag community, and I think it's just a nice thing to talk about and to start that discussion. The other thing is I've changed a lot of things on my ranch to make things more accommodating for myself. I manage my cow herd a lot differently now, and I do things a lot differently than I used to. And that's been a huge advantage for me. And it's also been a huge topic for other ranchers, just to kind of pick my brain about what works and what doesn't work. And so I think there's a lot of different things, hopefully, that you can take away from my presentation. I think it's a pretty broad topic, and you know, a pretty broad audience can take away pieces of what I'm going to visit with you about. So I think a lot of people could benefit from my presentation.
Great, thank you for that, Doug. It's a great preview. We're pairing you with Jerry Doan on the evening of February 16th at the Biesiot Activities Center on the campus of Dickinson State University. We've got a great evening in store for a broad audience. Our Ag Committee has done an excellent job putting this together. Again, thanks to many great sponsors as well. We will share this out in the weeks ahead. And Doug, we look forward to seeing you on the evening of February 16th.
I look forward to being there. Thank you.
Great, thank you.